This post is a little bit different. This is to honor Simon the camel. When I made the bird barn quilt, Simon's handler said that a camel would look very good on the quilt too. So let's make Simon a quilt. Let's do it. So this is kind of my version, or what I came up with in terms of a camel barn quilt. I think it turned out really, really cute. I'm really happy with the camel. I didn't want to put in his entire legs because I figured it would be too tall. So I kind of had him laying down, which Simon did lay down in those hot days, taking a break. So I'm really happy the way he did turn out. I used these same stitch dies that I used to do the bird barn quilt. So these dies are from the Stitched Season. You have the one that has the 4 triangles. You have this one, which I did not use this shape, okay? I did not use that one. You have this one that gives you the 2 triangles, that splits it in half. And then you have the square. So to create a camel, I did 4 brown squares using this one. You need 5 triangles. So what I'm counting as a triangle is 1, 2. So you need to cut this actually 3 times to get your 5 pieces. I also did that in brown. The whole camel was done in brown. And then this one, you need 8 of those little triangles. So you need to cut this one twice in order to get all 8 triangles. Okay. And then the only other thing is I'll bring this up here. I did cut part of these because they did not, the camel didn't need to come to a point. So I did slice that off a little bit, and I sliced this hump, and I sliced right here. This little point I cut, and his nose, to create his nose. So one of the points from this one here, like either these 4 are exactly the same. Oops, sorry. These 4 are exactly the same. These 2 and these 2. One of those points I used for the ear. Just depending on which way my camel was facing on which one I kept. Other than that, those shapes I gave you, the 4 squares, you need 5 of the bigger triangles, 8 little triangles, and this little mini one, which actually comes from one of these ones cut off. And that's how you kind of create the camel. It is embossed in this plaid kind of embossing folder. The reason I use that one is because these squares here, they're 5.5 by 5.5. It fits fully in the embossing folder, where I don't have to try to line up the squares to cover everything. So that's why I've used that one. I think it looks nice, and that is a pattern you typically see on a quilt. So I think it works perfectly. So the white square, the blue square are all 5.5 by 5.5. When I first did the birds, I did them 6 by 6, which took up the full sheet of the 12 by 12 paper. But what I found is if you're going to frame it, you lose part of it. So I left a little bit of a border so that you can frame it if you want. And it's going to not take away or hide any part of the camels. So it created that little bit of border to give that little space to be able to frame it if that's what you wanted to do with it. Whereas I found the 6 by 6, it gave too much. You lost. With the birds, it was centered enough, so you didn't lose too much, but you still did lose a little bit of the greenery. So I wanted to kind of stay away from that. So they are 5.5 by 5.5. But if you prefer the 6 by 6 to take up the full sheet, you can simply make them 6 by 6. With the camel, I don't think you needed the complete 6 by 6. The top, with no green or anything else added in there, the top would have been too much space, I think. So I think the 5.5 by 5.5 actually suits this one a little bit better. But anyway, this is the camel inspired by Simon the camel. So I hope you like it.